So today we're going to be breaking down just 5 events on the men's side, 4 individuals and 1 relay, and 5 events on the women's side, 4 individual, 1 relay, talking about each event and the stats compared from now to the Tokyo Olympics. There was 23 swimmers under 54 in the Tokyo prelims. 53.77 made semifinals, 53.20 made finals, 52.19 won a medal. And the world record currently sits at a 51.6. In just prelims alone here, 34 are entered under 54.0. So Kyle, walk me through who you think is the biggest surprises in this meet that could sneak up there and get a medal, and who you think is locks to get on the podium.
I think if you're looking at it, the locks definitely for the podium definitely have to be Murphy and Chacon. I always think Zhu's kind of a wild dark horse. We've seen him on the field around there since 2016, but he's a dark horse. He comes and he goes. The person I like to jump in there is Hunter Armstrong or Hugo Gonzalez, and obviously that's an easy call out because they're just down the list there. But those guys have historically done things on the international stage. Not so much Gonzalez, but he's been around for a long time. So those are 3 bears as well. I'm sure as
Cal Bear podium would be. Yeah.
I would love to see a Cal Bear podium, baby.
It's funny that it could happen in both backstroke events. It's reasonably possible that we could see a Cal Bear podium in both backstroke events.
It could. I think, like you mentioned, though, that world record, unless Thomas does it himself, I don't see anyone else touching it.
No, I don't see anybody
getting
getting
it. Yesterday, I think his ceiling for greatness is higher than anyone else's in the field, just because of his youth and how he's been swimming over these past couple of years. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a Thomas Chacon 51.5. I'd be very surprised if I saw a Ryan Murphy 51.5. That's just the way I view it. I still think Ryan Murphy does have a chance to win the gold here, though. I mean, what are you thinking here, though?
I think Murphy, Chacon, and then Armstrong, Christo, and then if Gonzalez does something crazy, he could get up there. But I would love to see Greece win a medal in this because off the top of my head, I don't think they've ever won a medal. And Apostolos Christo has, I think, the 4th fastest best time of this field. Yeah. He went 52.0 a few years ago, and he's finally gotten back down to a 52.2 again.
Yeah. That 52.0 is probably a top 10 time of all time, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
That's awesome.
That time that it took to make semis in Tokyo, I would not be surprised if the time it took to make finals took 53.20 to make finals. I would not be surprised if that made semis this year.
I 100% agree. I think that's the right call out there. It's going to be faster all around. Yeah. I think the final, you probably have to be 52 to make it. That's my call out.
In Tokyo, it was pretty much just the Christoph Milak, Caleb Dressel story of one of them is going to win the race. They're both going to go 49. Now it's who's going to go 49 and not win a medal.
Do you think we're going to have 4 guys go 49?
Well, we talked about this on your live stream, which people should, I'll put the link to that live stream in the description. People should go watch that because we talked about every Olympic event there.
Sure.
You thought only 2 people would go. I think 4 is possible. I think Noah Ponte could do it. He's been breaking out really well. Maxime Grousset split 49.30 on France's medley relay last year.
Yeah.
If he can replicate that kind of speed, that's 49.9 right there.
For sure.
Going down the site sheet. Chad Leclos is lurking down here at 20th seed. Do we think he gets up there for another Olympic final? It would be his 4th straight.
For an Olympic final, I don't doubt Chad Leclos making it. To be in the mix for the things at the end of it,
he'd need to go under 51 though to get into that final. I think.
Oh, easily. I think you got to be 51.7 or faster probably to really feel confident about making that final. I would love to see it. I'm not going to count him out. I actually do have him making the final. I'll say that.
I
I'll
think
say
he
that.
makes the final. I think James Guy is lurking down there. Also, like, it's kind of flying under the radar. He could get up there and make that final. But the most interesting stat here is 50.7 is what it took to medal. 50.74 specifically. 50.74 puts you 6th on this site sheet. 5130 made finals. 5174, which didn't even make, like, didn't even, no one swam 5174 here. All of the people under 52 are faster than that 5174 that it took to make semifinals. So that's 30 people faster than what it took to make semis in Tokyo, which is absurdly fast. Like, there are going to be people here who would have made semis or even a final at any other Olympic Games who are not going to get into semifinals.
You weren't even going to get mentioned. That's crazy.
I mean, I have to mention Simon Bucher. He told me how to say his name. I interviewed him a few months ago. I'm sorry, Simon. Okay. He won silver at Worlds this year. He won silver. Diego Matos Ribeiro won gold. And I'm blanking on who won bronze. I'll put it on screen. Editing me, put it on screen here.
I love it.
But all three of those guys, I think, are a shot at making that final. Anybody who medaled at Worlds this year or made a final at Worlds this year is a reasonable shot at making that final. Do you think, though, we see that world record go down?
49-45. I think the closest anyone's going to get is 49-7. I don't think anyone comes. That was 2019 Dressel, right?
No, that was Dressel in the Tokyo final. He clipped it. He was 49.50 at 2019, and then he clipped it in the Tokyo final.
And someone we haven't even talked about this entire time, top seed, Josh Liendo. What do you guys say about Josh? What are you thinking about for him?
I'm scared of what this guy could do. I am terrified of Josh Liendo. Because, I mean, he won silver at Worlds last year. He went 50.3. But he also went, I think, 43-1 in his 100-yard fly this year, or 42. No, he didn't go 42. He went 43-1. I think he's the second fastest performer ever. If anybody is going to break that world record and surprise everyone and be like sort of the unexpected guy to do it, I think Liendo could do it.
Yep.
But I'm genuinely afraid of what this man is going to do in Tokyo, in Paris.
I'm excited.
I'm excited, but I'm terrified. I think it's possible that if Daniel Whiffen can pull Bobby Fink out in that final, or vice versa, if Bobby Fink pulls Daniel Whiffen out in that final, we could see a replication. Or actually, sorry, let me scratch that. It was Samuel Short who took Hafnaoui and Fink out in the Fukuoka final. I think he does that again, and I think it ends up being a battle between Fink and Whiffen.
Okay.
I think Short gets bronze again, goes probably like a 14:34, 14:33. I think Fink and Whiffen break that world record.
I would love to see it.
that's my like.
I keep saying that about a lot of things. I'd love to see it.
Oh, I'd love to like. I'd love to see so many things
sometimes
because it's so hard.
It's so hard. I don't want to speak to someone's training that I don't know. Like, especially these distance guys, like they could really pull out anything. When Whiffen pulled out that world record in the 800, short course meters earlier this year, I was like,
he destroyed it.
What?
Like it was, I think it was like 3 clean seconds off the world record.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was Grant Hackett. Like you take 3 seconds off a Grant Hackett world record is absurd to think about.
And so, but I mean, with that said, I guess like you said earlier on my stream, I think the world record's in jeopardy, which is great.
I will be posting that Instagram countdown the day before the final. So 21 are seated under 15 here, which is it's got to be the fastest we've ever had a 1500 site sheet be. In Tokyo in prelims, 11 people were under 15 seconds. 14:52.66 was the finals qualifying time. 14:40.91 was a medal.
Okay.
I think 14:40.91 might be like 6th or 7th seed coming out of finals. Like, I think under 1450 is necessary to make that final.
Under 1450 for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I'm looking at the site.
No, you're good. I mean, we have the top. I think the top 8 of the top 8 of 13 all time in this event are swimming at the same time.
That is such.
I don't think there's any event that we have that for this year.
No, and I don't think the fans at home will appreciate the mile when you're sitting down. You know,
because NBC will cut to an ad break.
Yeah, NBC will cut to an ad break. People are like, "Hey, I'm gonna go put dinner in the oven for this one, honey. Let's head back for the 100 freestyle." But they're missing something.
Yeah.
What a great story. I hope the NBC doesn't cut to our commercial break, and I hope that they, whoever it is, Dan Hicks or someone, crafts the story like you just so well did there, Ahmad. That was awesome.
28 people are seated under 350. 23 were seated under 350 in Tokyo, so not a huge difference, but
still faster.
It's again the top like 10 that are making the difference here. 345.68. That was Ahmed Hafnawi in Tokyo making the final. 345.68 does not. I think that puts you outside the top 16.
Yeah, Kieran Bird down there, and I don't know what that is around. I mean, even Aaron Shackle's ahead of that.
Yeah.
But wow.
343.94 won a medal, and I think 343.3 won gold. 343.3 will not win a medal. I'm fairly confident in that. I think 339 is happening.
Oh,
it's about time. Like, this event has stagnated for so. I mean, we've had immensely talented swimmers. We've like Mac Horton won gold in this. I mean, asterisk over Sun Yang, but I mean, at least pre him testing positive for anything.
Yeah,
I'm willing to give him credit for that.
I'll give him credit. Yeah,
like he went 340.14 in 2012, which coming out of the supersuit era, that was an insane swim.
That was probably the closest they saw to a world record, really, at those games.
Yeah, there's going to be so many people in this field that I hope they all get the representation and the recognition that they deserve. Yeah,
for sure. I got to throw on my bear hat a little bit here again. You seeing what I'm seeing down there? Do you know who I'm looking at or no?
I mean, hold on, let me guess. Victor Johansson?
No, the 1 year transfer.
Alex Shackle?
No.
Okay, wait, give me one more guess. All
right. He's in the top mid-pack.
Oh. Lucas Henvue?
Yeah, Lucas Henvo, the golfer turned swimmer.
He played golf?
Yeah, he played golf at South Carolina.
Oh, that's so funny.
Like, I'm done with golf. I want to go swim. And so, he grew up swimming, and so he just got back into it. He came over and trained at Cal, and I heard this guy was just tearing up the pool at practice, and people were like, I don't want to swim with him because he's just like ruining my day with how much he beats me at practice. I've heard great things about this kid. I would love to see him put it all together. I know he's training with a great group. He's training with Felix Albach. He's training with Whiffen. All those guys are training over in London or something like that, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So they got a pretty cool group.
344 will make the final, I think. I think he could sneak in there and make the final. And then once you have a lane in the final, you have a shot.
Yeah, anyone's got a shot. We saw the 400 free in 2021. That was 2016 was outside smoke in the 400 freestyle. So
you're thinking 2021. You're thinking it was Hafnawi in lane 8 in 2021.
Okay, yeah.
And then 2016 was Horton and Sun Yang.
Right. Well, the 2021 was outside smoke as well. So like you said, if you got a lane, you got a chance. It's gonna be fun.
So the last men's event I want to talk about. I wrote an article about this event. Like, this is my most hyped event of the meet. I'll put that article in the link in the description too, because I'm very excited for this 4x200 free relay. I think there's a real shot that South Korea wins gold. My brain is telling me Great Britain. My heart is telling me South Korea.
What's the South Korean tie here? I don't know.
So I just have loved seeing this relay progress, because I feel like they kind of haven't gotten talked about very much. But like in 2022, There was one different guy in this relay, but it was three of the same guys. They set a national record in prelims. They went 7:08.4, and then in finals they went 7:06.9. 2023 prelims they set another national record 7:06.8. Then finals they got sixth and went 7:04.0. And then 2024
4 seconds. Okay.
Well, they already almost did that. 2024 in Doha, they went 7:01.9. They went 7:01.9, adding up their fastest splits of all four of these guys, adding up their fastest splits in the past year from like Fukuoka till now, puts them at a 7:00.91. Puts them at, and my math is right. I believe that puts them at third seed.
When I'm looking at this relay, I just think about, the U.S. has never really had this relay for quite some time since they broke that world record, honestly.
Yeah.
Back all the way in 2008. It's really been Great Britain, or it's been a wild card. I feel like China was in there at one point as well. But
China will be in there here. They went 7:01.8 this year. They should be in the conversation for a medal too.
Yeah, they look great. And I think looking at Great Britain, it's like Matt Richards, Duncan Scott, Tom Dean, James Guy. These guys all seem, that's like they're pretty much the exact same relay as 2021.
Oh yeah,
these are guys
exactly
that are
the
veterans. Same. That's awesome. And that's what you want if you want to feel confident with your relay exchanges. These guys have swum together.
Yeah.
They're going to be tough.
That's what I love these top new. I love this Great Britain and South Korea as like not top two, but just having them. Yeah. Because they've all swam together. Like, Yeon Jae-hoon is the only relative newcomer. He came onto it last year. But Kim Woo-min, Lee Ho-jun, and Wang Sun-woo, they've swam together for the past, 4 years on this relay, every single year. So if they follow the same trajectory that they have had over the past 2 years, they're going to, I think, stun the world in this event.
I'm excited to see it.
Again, my heart is telling me gold, but my brain is telling me probably silver or bronze.
Okay. And what about the U.S.? We can't not talk about the U.S.
So last year they should have won it. The thing that sunk them last year, which no fault to Luke Hobson, because 1:46.0 is still a really good time, and that's still filling a spot on the relay that if he hadn't been there, it might have been somebody who wasn't as fast.
Sure.
But had he matched his best time, they would have beaten. Had he matched the time that he'd done in the final of the 200 free, they would have beaten Great Britain, because he went 1:44.8 in semis of the 2 free. That would have put him 1.2 seconds faster. They were less than a second behind Great Britain. So they need everybody to be firing.
To step up.
Yeah.
Someone like Drew Kibler needs to step up. Obviously, Kieran Smith, you know what he's capable of. Chris Giuliano said he's got more in the tank, like you alluded to earlier.
I'm scared of what Chris Giuliano can do, man. I know I said I was terrified of who did I say I was terrified of? A few people. Josh Liendo.
I believe it was Liendo, and then also the freestylers in the 4 free.
Yeah. And the mile. I'm terrified of Chris Giuliano. I mean, he's such a kind individual. He's such an unassuming guy. Like, he just kind of hangs out. He's just kind of there. He's like, "What's up? My name is Chris." And he's so nice. And he just gets in the water and unleashes these crazy times. I told everybody who would listen at trials and throughout this year, I'm like, Chris Giuliano, Jack Alexi, those are your individual 100 freestyle qualifiers. And everybody called me crazy. And I got texts from people the morning after that 100 free final at trials of like, "You were right. You were right." I'm like, yeah. But I think he splits 1:44 here easily.
Yeah, I think so too. Before we jump over to the women's side of things, I released a video today called Top 5 Men's Swimmers to Watch at the Olympics. What are your top 5 men's swimmers to watch at the Olympics? Here's my list for reference. 5's Cam McAvoy. 4 was Giuliano. 3, Adam Peaty. 2, Dressel. Give a couple honorable mentions, including Ryan Murphy, Jack Lexie, Kyle Chalmers, and then obviously number 1's Leon Marchand. What is your top 5 list?
Well, first of all, I'll put that video in the description so that people can go see it. This is a tough one. I don't know that I can put the order together. I know Chris Giuliano's on there. I think Chris Giuliano. Daniel Whiffin's got to be on there just because
Okay.
I think he's got potential to do some crazy stuff this week. Ryan Murphy, because I want to see him win. Like, if he can win those 100 and 200 backstroke golds again,
Yeah.
that would cement him. I mean, he's already in the conversation, but that would cement him as like the greatest backstroker in history.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Because I mean, even Aaron Pearsall, I know he did win 3 straight medals in the 2-back. He won silver, gold, silver.
Sure.
Oh my God, that is such a difficult question.
Top 2.
Top 2, Chris Giuliano second. Because
okay. I thought you were going in order there, putting Giuliano at 5th. Okay.
I think Chris Giuliano's second. It was in no particular order, but I'm comfortable putting him as second because he's a guy who I think reasonably could win a medal in all 3 of these, and I would not be surprised. I think 100's his best shot, but 200 he could get up there if he goes 144 mid. 50 free is going to be harder, but if he goes like 21-4, that might win bronze. Oh God! So Giuliano, Murphy, Whiffin, Fink. I want to see him break that world record in the 1500. Yeah. I don't think anybody's touching that world record in the 800 free.
I don't think so. Hey.
And then Manadou.
He's an honorable mention, or he's in there?
See, there's so many. It's so hard for me to like put them in order. There's so many.
For me to put that. I put that video together, and I was like, "Damn, I left Ryan Murphy." And so I created an honorable mentions category.
Manadou solely off of like the history that he could make.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Van den Hoogenbaan made 4 straight finals in the 100 free. Phelps won 4 straight golds in the 200 IM and 4 straight medals in the 100 fly. But I don't think anybody else has done it besides Phelps, and I mean Katie Ledecky going to win the 800 free. Sure. But I think Manadou and Ledecky will join Phelps in winning the same event 4 straight times. Or not winning it, sorry, medaling in it.
Overall. Yeah. That's awesome. I love it.